Men are hunters.
Yeah.
When they want something, they're not going to stop. They're going to pursue.
Nope, they're actually fishers. When it comes to selecting women, men are designed to be fishers, not hunters. It's women who are the hunters. I know it sounds backwards, but stay with me.
Men hunt resources, women hunt men. I'll say that again. Men hunt resources, women hunt men. There is a major misconception about how men compete and what men compete for. But the truth is, men compete for resources, and this makes men a lot more psychologically territorial than psychologically competitive, whilst the women compete with other women for the men with the resources. This makes them very psychologically competitive and in a interpersonal way. Because of this, the man has evolved to assert himself onto the world, and the woman has evolved to assert themselves onto other people, especially men. This different specialization makes men territorial, and it makes women competitive. Look at the world and look at what men truly spend their time doing, especially powerful men. We don't go to war over women. We go to war over resources, land, territory, power. Pay attention to what men actually compete with other men for. Why compete for women when the women will do anything for resources, territory, shelter, and power? So when we are talking about the intersexual dynamics, the man is actually more fisherman than hunter. He does not compete with other men for women in the same ways women compete with other women for men. We don't typically hone in on one woman. We cast our net on a larger sample of women. You know, it's such a massive misconception, especially considering with just how competitive women are. I've never met a woman in my life who isn't seduced by the competition anxiety of another woman. This is what makes the woman behave really well and go all out to try and become more of a convenient option than the other woman. The man doesn't compete with other men. He knows that he can qualify for this woman, right? So with most men, especially players, there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody. Most players aren't even trying to get this woman to stop dealing with other men. If he believes he can hit, then he's going to do and say what he needs to do and say to hit. He's not competing with these other men. That's something feminine men do because it's feminine to compete interpersonally for another person, if that makes sense.
Biology plays a big role here. Men are wired to detect any signal of interest from the female gender. Their threshold of attraction tends to be lower because biologically speaking, they don't carry the physical risks of pregnancy, childbirth, and long-term child rearing. So what do fishers do? They cast a wide net. They throw out the bait, they see who bites. In courtship, that looks like approaching multiple women until you find someone that shows interest. And this is why men read almost any positive cue as interest from women. That's right, if you laugh at his joke, he's thinking, she likes me. And you're thinking, haha, that was funny. So men are hypersensitive to who responds to the bait. Females, on the other hand, are built to be far more selective because biologically and emotionally, the cost of choosing wrong is way higher. So women tend to keep high standards and set their target on a guy who seems to measure up to a certain standard. Think about it. Among other things, women scan for strength, stability, intelligence, competence, protection, provision, character. And most men, they are typically okay if she is attractive and she has a pulse.
As men, the risk and reward matrix works in our favor. The woman is way more reward than risk to us. This makes us qualifiers. This makes us whimsical qualifiers, actually. We naturally see halos on the heads of women, even if the women are demons. We are designed to qualify more than we disqualify. But with women, the risk and reward matrix does not work in their favor. The man is way more risk than he is reward. This makes the woman disqualifiers. This makes the woman skeptical disqualifiers. So they naturally see devil horns on the heads of men, even if the men's are angels. They are designed to disqualify more than they qualify. This makes the man a creature of yes when dealing with women, and this makes women creatures of no when dealing with men. So the man's mating strategy becomes something of the fisherman who casts his net over a larger sample of women, whilst the woman's mating strategy becomes something of the hunter who hones in, fixates, stalks, tracks and ambushes the best man she can. This is why women, especially older women, are referred to as cougars, or when they lure a man in with their beauty, which is another way they hunt men, they are referred to as Venus flytraps. The benefit the man has with being a qualifier is that he sees most women to be of similar value, aka fish. But because the woman is a disqualifier, she drastically sees men to be of highly contrasting value. This means that when the woman does qualify a man, she becomes so fixated, so obsessed on that man, and she sees so much value in that man that she cannot withstand the call of the hunt. The man becomes her approach and reward motivation, where she cannot see or be rewarded by anything else. She becomes compelled to chase him down and pursue him. This is why women center men in a way us men cannot center the woman. We like most women equally the same. This is the reason why I call 8, 9s and 10s 8, 9s and 10s. It's pretty much the same. So we like most women equally the same. And the women do not like us equally the same. They see men as lowly as slaves and as highly as gods. Women hate this, and they see it as another disadvantage that they have in comparison to the men. As I said, the women are very competitive. They compete with everything. They'll compete with your dog, your cat, an ideology, a concept. Women, men, your child, your mum, their mum. Competing with everything. So the women hate this, and they see it as another disadvantage that they have when comparing themselves to men. So they try and copy our mating strategy, the man's mating strategy, but to no avail. Women today try and gather resources and use it to attract men, just like how we gather resources and use it to attract women. But men are not women. Our reward systems are set up in a way that we want to acquire resources for ourselves and use it from our side in our dynamics with women and other people. We want to cultivate our own land, our own territory. We don't want to move into a woman's territory. That goes against nature, all right? The lion isn't looking for a lioness's territory to move into, innit? It's just not who we are. So when women use resources to attract us, it only invites exploitation instead of the admiration that she's looking for. She will receive fist bumps from the men she wants, not romance or wedding rings. She only invites low-value men, feminine men, men who will take advantage of her, and men she doesn't want. Women try to be fishermen as well and have a roster, but she cannot get away with it like a man. Just in the same way that a man can get away with being obnoxious and arrogant and nonchalant. Women can't get away with being obnoxious, arrogant and nonchalant, and they can't get away with having a roster of men. She will be looked down upon, as she will represent the type of woman the men she likes actively disqualifies and do not take seriously. This is how the woman becomes disqualified by the men who qualify most things. So it becomes a roster of men she does not like. She's only able to attract men and deal with men that she doesn't like. Unlike the man's roster, which is a roster of women he does like. The man has optionality so he can have the best women around him. His rotation will attract the best of the best women, whilst the woman's rotation will attract the worst of the worst men.
Listen up, women. If a man is hunting you, that's not always a good sign. So if a man is coming in strong, pursuing hard, putting in the effort, that alone...
Sorry guys, I thought I recorded the full video, but I didn't. He basically goes on to say that when a man is hunting a woman, chasing a woman, pursuing a woman, it is 9 times out of 10 a bad thing. And it is. He goes on to say that women should be concerned when they are being hunted down by a man, and they should be? Because when a man is hunting a woman, he is almost always in his lower nature. Not only is this dangerous for women, because obviously women overwhelmingly meet their demise to a man who is in his lower nature, but obviously it is just unattractive.
Why are women so attracted to the players? Listen to my words on this. Players have an abundant mindset. You want me? You don't? Don't particularly care. There are a multitude of women that want my time and attention. Number 2, they are confident. I know what I bring to the table. You don't see it? Don't particularly care? I'm moving along. Number 3, they are detached from an outcome. You want to go out with me? Great. Looking forward to it. You don't? I love that for you. Someone else is going to want me. They are detached from the outcome. They are detached from how something should look because they don't particularly care. They know that they're going to get another woman whether or not this one wants them. Number 4, they give energy to the people that deserve it, that are reciprocating the energy. This separates the good guy, the nice guy, whatever, from the player, because the good guy, nice guy continues to shoot his shot with women that don't deserve their energy. The player lets go long before that ever happens because they can feel energetically that that woman is pulling away. And they're like, if you want to pull away from me, baby, good luck. Good luck out there in that world. I don't care. I don't care. I wish you the best. Those 4 traits are the top notch of why a woman is drawn to the player energy.
When a man is hunting, he is in his lower nature. He is governed by desire, fixation, lust, repetition, scarcity, ego, a desire to prove himself, conquest, urgency, and attachment to one outcome. And this attachment to one outcome is painfully predictable, sad, and boring to most women. As men, we are hunters, yes, but we don't hunt women. We don't hunt people in general. We hunt bigger game. As I said, us men have evolved to assert ourselves onto the world. I have a Nigerian man's feet. My feet are designed to climb trees, scale vertical things, and deliver devastating kicks. These talons have evolved to be practical and industrious, not aesthetic. My woman, however, has feet that look like they were made in a lab. If I could draw a perfect feminine foot, it would be hers. Her feet evolved to be aesthetic to the male gaze, not industrious to assert itself onto the world. This is why women get so many injuries in women's sports. Their bodies are designed for baby stuff and aesthetics. So consistent running, jumping, and physicality injures them at a way faster rate than men. In particular, injuries to their knees because of their wide hips, and how their wide hips affect how their bodies move and how much pressure falls onto the knees. Men evolve to master harsh weather and climates, searing hot heat and extreme levels of cold. We cleared out our environment from dangerous apex predators. We fought other men for territory, resources. Men have always hunted things way bigger than the woman. So a man may be a hunter in life, but when it comes to the woman, the accomplished man is a fisher. And this is his leverage. Fellas, listen up. A man who does not fish but decides to hunt women instead loses his leverage and has to deal with women from a disempowered place. Let's explore this further. But before we do, let me just confirm that women are actually quite easy and there are many ways to get women. I've had many instances in the past where I did all the wrong things and still got everything I wanted from a woman. But we must understand that there is a hierarchy when it comes to dating behavior, with optimal ways of doing things and suboptimal ways of doing things. And the truth is, optimization isn't required to have success with women, but it is required for the man to structure his life in a way that flows, because women absorb so much time money, energy, resources, and sanity, right? So we actually want to optimize the woman or the women so the rest of our life flows more smoother. Masculine dating strategy is broad, patient, and opportunity based. He doesn't force things, he participates and takes advantage of opportunities that come. Right? They say the lucky creates their own luck, and this is what the masculine does. This is why I told you guys as well that you need to have a vibrant social life, right? Because you should look at the vibrant social life as a pool of fish for you to ride your boat into. Right? So he doesn't force things. He takes advantage of opportunities that come. This is important because it means he can provide experiences to women that feels like fate and destiny. A man who is unlike this kills all feelings of fate and destiny with his urgency, lust, and attachment to one outcome. Feminine dating strategy is selective, obsessive, concentrated, and target-based. And when a man is hunting, he is more akin to the feminine, but with no feminine leverage, and of course, no masculine leverage. Let's explore this leverage. The masculine leverage can only be activated when the man is a fisherman, because his leverage comes from range, optionality, choice, patience, skill, and non-attachment. The fisherman does not become emotionally fixated on a specific fish before he has caught anything, aka slept with anything. He does not emotionally long for fish. He simply likes fish. He does not emotionally long for a specific type of fish. He simply likes fish. He does not believe that a special type of fish can save him or better his life. He simply likes fish. And his advantage over women is the fact that he likes fish mostly all the same, when the women do not like men mostly all the same at all. His leverage is the fact that no matter what the woman does, she will always be fish in his eyes. But depending on what he does will determine whether he is seen as a slave in the woman's eyes or a god in the woman's eyes. This puts the fisherman in a very powerful position and creates a particular dynamic. This puts the woman in a very precarious position and creates a particular dynamic. Do you get what I'm saying, fellas? The fact that the man is a qualifier and that he values women positively the same actually is his leverage. It makes it easier for him to qualify fish and walk away from fish. She is the huntress. So she observes him from a distance, compares him with other men, decides if he is desirable or not, positions himself inside his orbit, right? So she will start showing up at the gym the same times you go to the gym, right? This is when the woman is stalking you. She displays signals designed for him to notice, attempts to draw him towards her, like a Venus flytrap, or ambushes him when the time is right, like a cougar. Female attraction is very selective and obsessive because women only like 20% of men. This is why women think all men are players, because they only notice the 20% of men they notice. Everybody else is invisible to them. They are locked in and tunnel vision like a predator when it comes to the men they like. So her power comes from stalking, discernment, positioning, and targeted selection. This puts her in a submissive position when dealing with the fisherman, but it puts her in the powerful position when dealing with the hunter, because she does not have to hunt the hunter. The hunter is already hunting her. So it's masculine to qualify at a larger scale, and it's feminine to be picky and selective. The amount of fellas, you have to understand this, right? I've been a coach for a long time, and I've been in the game for a long time, since I was 13 years old. And one thing that I've noticed is that the men who have all the success with women, they're not picky. And the men who have a lot of no success with women or small success with women, they're very picky. It's feminine to be picky. It's masculine to qualify at a larger range. It's masculine to see the beauty in things, more things. When I meet a white guy who says he only likes white women, I think he's gay. Straight up. You have to be gay. What do you mean you're only attracted to white women? You're gay. When I meet any guy who is only attracted to that one thing, you're gay. You're a gay man to me. You don't know it yet. What do you mean you're not attracted to any other race? What do you mean? And these guys never have any women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they don't have any leverage over women. They're the same like a woman, right? When you've disqualified all women, and these guys, they disqualify so many women in this kind of like bitchy way to get back at women, if that makes sense, right? They're like, they're almost trying to mimic the woman's high standards. Feminine again. What do you bring to the table? Type of niggas. Well, I bring this to the table. Well, what do you bring to the table? Like, what are we talking about? Cheeks? It's a woman. She's juicy. She has a nice voice. She's got pretty feet. She's got a mouth. She's got pussy. You can watch her. She walks around your house half naked. She might tidy your things up half naked, cook you some food naked in an apron. What do you mean? What does she bring to the table? You're asking a woman what she brings to the table. Don't you know? It's all gay, fellas. Honestly, it's all gay. Right? And so you do meet these guys, especially today. I've never met such a large cohort of men who are so picky, but yet at the same time have no cheeks at their disposal. It's masculine to see the utility in things, more things. It's masculine to see the value in things, more things. So your leverage, fellas, literally, your leverage is the fact that you're not picky and selective like a woman, right? Like, so I meet a lot of you fellas and it's like, you only want 8, 9s and 10s. And when you think about it, it's a little bit gay, right? It's a little bit gay because this means that you don't actually like women. Everyone likes 8, 9s and 10s. Women, straight women like 8, 9s and 10s. Gay men like 8, 9s and 10s because 8, 9s and 10s are undeniable. It's only straight men who like 4s, 5s, 6s and 7s. Only straight men, because these are the men who actually like women, who are actually attracted to women. Right? As I said, gay men like 8, 9s and 10s. A gay man won't turn on an 8, 9 and 10. A straight woman won't take down will find it hard to turn down an 8, 9 and 10. She'll look at 8, 9 and 10 and be like, oh, she's sexy. Yeah, I would want to kiss her. Let me touch it. So if you only like 8, 9s and 10s, then how straight are you? I could question your sexuality a little bit. A straight man likes 4s, 5s, 6s and 7s. The only thing I am picky with is hip to waist ratio. Everyone who knows me knows this. Hip to waist ratio. That's the only thing I'm picky with. If you've got narrow hips, no. If you've got narrow hips, no. It's too reminiscent of a man to me. It looks like a man to me. But if you've got that hip to waist ratio, you qualify in my eyes. Right? But anyway, let me show you this video and then we'll close off here.
To anyone who's looking to get into pickup or just attract women in general or have a fulfilling romantic life, lower your standards. And I mean that seriously. Why do people have standards? It's totally ego-driven. They have standards because they believe, oh, I'm this good, so I only deserve a woman that's this good. And they're fantasizing about what other people think of them. They're treating women like trophies, and they're sabotaging themselves. And also it's gay. And I mean that very literally, because let's say I'm a guy who doesn't really have any standards. I'm attracted to a wider subset of women than someone with high standards. Someone with high standards, they're only attracted to women who are like 8 and above, when I could be attracted to women 4 and above. And then also it's like, look, men, once you set your ego aside, they actually have the ability to enjoy like a wide diversity of women.
Alright guys, I'm just going to leave the video there. I was going to add some more to it, but I'll do it on the next one. Everyone I've not got back to, please continue to show some patience. I'll get back around to you. Thank you guys for the support so much. I haven't forgotten you guys. Thank you so much as we continue to grow everything. Patreon to be released soon. Catch you on the next one.